gun pointed to your head, who's your MVP right now?
Jokic.
Jokic?
Mm-hmm.
Why Jokic?
I think one, he could have and should have won it last year, but there's of course always the voter fatigue, and then Embiid was heavily campaigning, and I think there was a pity party for him. But yeah, I think Jokic is like I was just watching their game last night. He put up like 20, 20, and 10 or something like
Who
that.
they play?
I don't know who they played, but it
They
wasn't a
played
bad
y'all
team.
recently though, right? Detroit.
Probably.
Okay.
But it was not a bad team that they were playing. Hold on. I'm about to look
Well,
at
while you
this.
look that up, I think I was going back and forth. You already know I'm biased, so like I'm not gonna say my MVP. I'm gonna give you another MVP answer like an episode or two from now. But right now, I think Terrence would agree with me. I'd probably go with Shea right now, man. I knew they were going to take a leap. I didn't think they were going to be borderline number 1, number 2 seed, and they're such a very young team with really no veteran presence. To see them play this well, and like we already saw him be an all-star starter now. So I think the media definitely with Joel Embiid's dominance going and being taken away, and you got these other guys who are having career numbers, but like it's always about your team success and also the narrative. I think they're probably gonna give it to Shea. So right now I'll go with Shea.
You really think he's gonna win?
If they're number 1 seed, I think so. I think they're gonna be bored of your boy Joker. Joel Embiid's already not gonna be considered anymore. Anthony Edwards sounds good, but I feel like they're not gonna vote for him.
Anthony Edwards is not consistent.
I think the league. I feel like Jason Tatum, obviously he's on a stacked team, but like that individually though, he be playing great, but I feel like they just are not too much in love with him like that. So I think by process of elimination, I think it's gonna be Shea.
Okay.
Now my other thing I was gonna say is if Kawhi can play 65 plus games and they have the number 1 seed, I wouldn't be surprised if the narrative changes. But right now, I'm going with Shea.
Yeah, Kawhi not winning MVP.
I know he's not winning MVP. I want him to win that 1 year, but James Harden
He has
that.
too much ground to make up.
Too much ground? You think so?
Yeah, he's just not on. I guess I mean also in terms of like just being on the rate. Like in the end of the day, the MVP is a media award,
thing.
and he's.
But
not
you don't
any,
think with them even being in the LA market, if they get the number 1 seed, especially like you still got a month to play.
The number 1 seed is not all like were the 76ers the number 1 seed last year?
Terrence, were the 76ers number 1 seed last year?
Yeah.
Were they like top 2, top 3? But Joel Embiid led the league in points, right?
Right, but I'm just saying like that number 1 seed thing is not all it's wrapped up to be. Like that doesn't, I mean, although this was different, the context, but Westbrook just won.
I was about to say, Westbrook
6th seed or whatever.
Yeah. That was like, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. I know it was different because he averaged
triple
first
double
average
was
triple
crazy.
double and
Yeah,
stuff
the
like
triple
that.
double was crazy.
But that just being said, like I just don't think that you being on the number 1 seed is the biggest factor. I think they count more into like, are you on a really good team? Mm-hmm. And then we kind of just throw you in a pool.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if we're like Tatum would be way higher on everybody's.
I say he should be.
They're technically the best team in the league, and he's not. No one's considering him for MVP right now, to be real.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what about Derek White?
No. I think it's gonna be. If things stay as they are right now, it'll probably be between Shea and Jokic.
Joker, yeah.
But I really think that Jokic just does more, and not in a way of, in more of a way of like someone giving you 100% and someone giving you 101%. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want to put down Shea and what he's doing at all. Like he does everything for his team, but I think Jokic just does more.
Yeah.
And again, we will see, but I know in the playoffs he is a hooper.
Regular season award, but yes, you're right.
It is, but I think you can't factor the upcoming playoffs, but you can factor because I think for me at least the MVP really factors in who you are as a player. Of course, it's about this 1 season, but all that narrative comes into it. Mm-hmm. So
okay, all right.
Because I think that's the reason, real quick, that if Embiid wasn't averaging 35. I don't think he was going to win MVP again because so much of his narrative was, we gave it to you last year, and then in the playoffs, you didn't do nothing.
You do shit. Yeah. No, that's facts.